Hi Libra. Hopefully my video stuff is worked out. I did some things yesterday to my camera, fixed some things with it. So hopefully it's working out. I don't want to have to start using my phone because you can't see the cards. Let's see what November's up to. The Ace of Cups. Libra. The Ace of Cups. Oh, it's been, been getting these aces a lot, but what are you doing with them? Because it's almost like the sense of you keep having blessings brought to you and then things taken away, so it doesn't feel like a blessing, right? Like blessings show up and then things are taken away. So you're being asked to have patience. You could have a Sagittarius in your life with Temperance here. But this is about healing and balance and patience. It's about prosperity. It's about being extremely lucky. Jupiter is moving into Sagittarius in November. And Jupiter is at home in Sagittarius. And Jupiter expands the gifts of the sign that it's in. And because it's at home, that Sagittarian energy is going to be real, right? But again, let's talk about these aces, because we get aces, and I say we because I'm a Libra rising. If you've been following me, you know that. If you don't, now you do. These aces have been showing up in our readings time, month after month after month after month. And I will be honest, I haven't been short of blessings coming to me. I haven't been short of gifts, of the universe handing me gifts in my life, for sure. But are you seeing them? Seven of Cups and the Four of Cups. Are you recognizing that this is being offered to you in some way? Or are you completely ignoring the fact that it's coming because it doesn't look the way that you want it to? You're kind of confused by the offer. You're kind of confused by the offer. And sorry, I got distracted by looking at the Temperance card because I noticed there was a rainbow in it. And in one of these cups, there's a rainbow. So I was like, oh, so it's like the card with the rainbow, or I'm sorry, the cup with the rainbow in it, and that's the one that's being offered to you. But you're not recognizing it. I also noticed that I flipped the card somehow. You're not recognizing it. And it's almost like you've turned a blind eye to what the universe is saying. This is what's best for you because we've got your back and we want you to have a wonderful, fabulous, fulfilled life. And you know what? If this offer, for me, the Ace of Cups, if this is a gift from the universe, it's a pretty good one. I don't feel like the Ace of Cups would be just like something really small, or, if somebody's trying to come into your life, it could also be you fulfilling yourself, you finding your own rainbow, you being patient with yourself, you finding balance and healing within yourself, right? So we have the Page of Wands, and the Hermit. So this definitely could be you pulling back and taking a much needed time out. Seems like you might need it. If there are some things that you're really confused on, and you're like, I'm not entirely sure what I want in my life. Let's look at this in a different way. I'm not entirely sure what I want in my life. So I'm not really going to accept anything. I'm just going to accept stuff for myself. That makes a lot of sense. The thing is, Libra, is I feel like we've gone into hermit mode. Now, you could be dealing with a Sagittarius or a Virgo. But we could be, we've been in hermit mode for a while. And you guys don't do well being in hermit mode for a long amount of time because you're very hospitable. You have a lot of friends. Yes, maybe the friends that you've either met or the friends that you've been around, they're really just not resonating with you anymore, and you're kind of spending a lot of alone time, spending a lot of time alone. Let's see, Ace of Cups. If this is a resting period, if this is a time of rest for you, take the opportunity to, yeah, this is you loving yourself. Could be a new offer. Could be a new love offer. Possibly from a Pisces. But if you are taking this time out, really do it in a very healing, very meditative, like getting centered kind of way. The Ace of Cups and the Page of Cups. So this could be a brand new offer coming in, and you're not really recognizing it. You're not seeing it for what it is, because you may be seeing it as a Page of Cups, but when in reality, it's actually an Ace of Cups. Because the Page of Cups, for me, if it is an offer, it's very timid, it's very shy, and it could be that you're kind of intimidating and they feel like they have to be timid and shy towards you. I don't know. That could be the reason why. Or you've been such a recluse, they don't know if they can actually like say something, like open up to you in any way, shape, or form, right? This could also represent you needing more fulfillment in your life and you finding it yourself. However that works for you, if you're already in a relationship with somebody, I feel like they're trying to tell you something, or they're trying to give you love, or they're trying to give you affection in some way, and you're not seeing it for what it is. And it could be that you're so wrapped up in being on your own that you're not seeing it for what it is, right? So let's see what Temperance is. What is Temperance? Yeah, I think that there's a lot of really like reclusive energy here, if you will. And maybe Jupiter going into Sagittarius is making you think about all the things that you want to do in the future for your life, you know. But with the High Priestess on Temperance, there's just a quietness about this. A quiet healing process is happening. And I don't know, it feels very spiritual awakening or ascension. Like if you've already gone through your spiritual awakening process, I feel like you're kind of going through that ascension. There's something that is shifting in your life in some way. And you've really had to take a lot of alone time. And I feel like you're kind of you might be getting your ducks in a row. You know, this is having that hermit energy. This is what I know I need to do in my life. And I know that I need to really get centered within myself in order for me to do it. Right? You could also have a Pisces who is also kind of balancing and helping you heal during this process. There could be a Pisces, because the High Priestess does represent Pisces. They could be balancing themselves. They could be healing themselves. Or they could be coming back and saying, see, as I say that, the Eight of Wands shows up with the Seven of Cups. See, I feel like you're going to become a lot less confused as the month goes along. Remember that Venus is in retrograde. But I do feel like if this is a renewal or a new offer coming in, or an old offer from an old person, it looks brand new. And I don't think you're recognizing it as looking brand new. I feel like you're looking at it in a way that, like, that's old hat for me. Like, that's somebody that's coming back and they haven't changed. But for some reason, with the Eight of Wands here, I feel like the communication factor that's going on will clear the air. Like, will clear the air. And then you can decide with the Four of Cups here whether you do want to accept something from someone. Now, this doesn't have to be in relationships. This could be a job offer that you just really, really wanted and you wanted to be fulfilled. Okay, so we do have a water sign here. Water is showing up pretty prominently, the Queen of Cups. So it could be a Pisces that you're dealing with. But You're so confused by the communication that's going on with this person. Whoever this person is, it's so timid. It's like you want to accept the offer, but I think that you're not quite sure. And I don't know, this could also be a Cancer or a Scorpio too in your life. It doesn't have to be a Pisces. But whatever communication is coming in for you, if it's unclear of what the intentions are of this person or how this is going to go, I kind of feel like you take a step back and evaluate it within yourself. I feel like it's so interesting, Libra, because the Four of Cups to me, it doesn't feel apathetic. It feels like, no, wait. They're coming in really fast. They're coming in really, really quick. They're giving you all this communication, all this, they're saying all these wonderful things, right? And I feel like it's an old energy. I feel like you've been there. I feel like you're saying, I've been there, I've done that. And even if it's not an old energy, if it's a new person, they're acting in the same way that an old person did. Does that make sense? I know that that's getting kind of complicated in it, but it really feels like there is a specific person in your life that just kind of shows up out of the blue, whether it's a brand new person or an old person. It's like you're not quite sure if it's an old energy or a new energy, because I always say that until we learn a lesson about ourselves or about our lives in some way, the same people are going to show up over and over and over again. The same souls, the same energy will show up over and over and over again, just in a different meat suit. They're just going to look different on the outside. So that's what I mean by it could be a brand new person, but an old energy. Right? Okay. I had to explain that because I was getting, see, it's going to be, it's a very confusing time. Mercury is in retrograde in November. Keep that in mind. And we also have Jupiter going into Sagittarius. Venus will be in Libra, but will be in retrograde in November. And so there will be questions about love, new loves, old loves, all of that relationship stuff. The communication is going to be fuzzy. I feel like I'm tripping over myself without even trying to, but it's happening anyways. Trip, 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 right? So let's see what the Page of Wands is. I digress. I know, I just went off on a tangent there, but it's because I couldn't, and I feel like that's what's happening with you guys. You can't really, you can't get to the point. You're trying to explain your point, and you can't get to the point. And everything you say, you feel like you have to explain because it didn't make sense. That's where you guys are. So if there is a new person that shows up, there could be lines that are crossed. You're not even, all of this communication could be very confusing for you. I'm not really sure what to do. If there's a fire sign in your life, possibly a Sagittarius, someone who has not really shown up in a kingly kind of way, but more in a Page of Wands and more of a page kind of way, not a king or a queen. I think there are a lot of disappointments, and this might be where confusion is too. This could also be that you've been trying to get on a new path in your life for a couple of months now. You've been really going for all of these aces and really wanting to move forward and push forward and get new things going. And it just doesn't seem to be picking up for you. I don't want you to look back at it in November and be like, man, I really wish I would have done that in a different way. I really wish I would have looked at that differently now that, I'm moving forward and I'm moving, I wish I would have done things differently. I wish. Don't regret the past. Regrets are only lessons learned, right? And I always say with the Five of Cups that there's still, that's the cliche of the Five of Cups. There are still two cups in front of you. All is not lost, right? So I want you to keep forging towards the future and taking new opportunities in kind of a childlike way, a childlike manner. Do it with excitement and be very invigorated by it. And if somebody is in your way, doing this, if the communication is all messy and you're not really sure what's going on there, leave that in the past. You don't need extra chaos and confusion. We ended October. We're ending October with extra chaos and confusion, right? We're ending all of that. Oof. Okay. So, Libra, there is either a Virgo in your life who just has broken you. And you're trying to rebuild it either with them or on your own. And that might be the new offer that comes in that feels old. If it's an old person, but they're trying to give you a new offer, you're likely not going to be 100% wanting to look at it. And it could be because you're like, you know what? I've seen this before with you, and I don't want to go through this again. That's why we don't accept old offers. I actually just told a friend of mine, he's a Taurus, and I told him that I'm tired of crumbs. I don't want to be offered any crumbs anymore. I want the whole damn loaf. Oh, funny. That's exactly what I was feeling right there I'm like, you know, because you could be like in solitude. You could be in hermit mode, in solitude, and rebuilding things and doing it the right way this time because you're tired of the broken heart. Like you don't, this heartbreak is old news. Like you're not doing that anymore. So either you're rebuilding with a Virgo because you've been hurt in the past by them, or it could be that the Virgo is rebuilding because they've been hurt in the past if you have somebody close to you. It looks like if you have a Virgo in your life, they're doing the best they can to pull themselves out of this Three of Swords because something has happened in that Virgo's existence where they're having to like focus. And it's almost like they're kind of focused on work and they may have pulled away from you. Somebody pulled away because of hurt heart. And this Virgo could have pulled away from you or gone into hermit mode in some way, shape, or form. Let's see what's at the bottom of the deck. It's so funny because I just feel super chaotic with this reading. Like it's all over the place, totally all over the place. But it's got a good message in it, so I'm not going to redo it, Libra. I'm not going to redo it. We're just going to like go with what is going on. But I feel like that's where the confusion is. Things are really, really fuzzy in November. And you're not going to like it, but to me, I feel like you guys almost laugh through it like what I'm doing right now. Like it's going to be like, nah, I'm just going to deal with it. I dealt with it in October. October, it was kind of rough. You know, that energy that I had to deal with, the confusion of it all was kind of rough. So if it's still kind of fuzzy and still kind of confusing and the communication is off and you can't figure things out in November, it's okay. Like, laugh it off. I think intuitively you already know things are going to get better, right? So we have the World and the Page of Swords and emotionally detaching, Seven of Swords from a fire sign, Knight of Wands, or an earth sign that keeps coming in and out of your life. Three of Pentacles, ooh, and the Wheel of Fortune with the King of Pentacles. Okay, there's a lot of earthy people in your life. So, excuse me, definitely could be dealing with a Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn, but you're cutting away all the bullshit in order to start this new cycle. And I feel like as you start this new cycle, you know what? When you are cutting things away, try not to be really harsh about it. I don't feel like you will, but I think sometimes you mean well. You say things and you mean well, but they come off as very harsh to some people. I'm saying that I've done that before. So just be cautious. But you're trying to I feel like you're trying to turn over a new leaf. And because the communication is going to be a little off with Mercury retrograde, try and watch your P's and Q's, I guess. Like, don't be really, super cutting. Don't be really cutting with your words. I do feel like there's an emotional detachment from a Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn that kind of flies in and out of your life. And you've really pulled away from that energy. And it doesn't have to be a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. It could also be a fire sign. Somebody who was stable in your life. They had some kind of stability in your life. Now, if it's a fire sign that you've emotionally detached from, there is a chance that you're rebuilding because you've detached from the fire sign and now you're rebuilding with an earth sign. Right? Could very well be that too. However that goes, because we do have the Wheel of Fortune and the King of Pentacles and the Seven of Pentacles and the Eight of Swords and the Seven of Swords and the Nine of Pentacles. So you guys are really fighting for your future. And it's so awesome how this is happening with all the pentacles. They're like lining up. They get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. If you go back to this earth sign, for some reason I feel like if you go back to this earth sign or this fire sign, your focus will be clouded again. Like, I really want you to make sure that you're trying to have that laser point focus. There's a lot of Sagittarius energy here, though. So if it's a fire sign or an earth sign, I feel like if you're unclear about this person's intentions and they come back into your life, very much be discerning about it. Very, very much. Now, I do want to point out the only way that you are being represented here is as a page. So you're feeling quite diminished within your power. And I think it has to do with all of this energy that's surrounding you. There's a lot of people here in your midst. And if you have a lot of people coming at you like, hey, what's going on? Hey, you know, like, let's go out, let's go do things, let's go do this, let's go do that. Like, they're trying to take you out, but they're not offering you, that you're confused. You're confused by who wants what from you, really. Now's the time to detach yourself from that because you don't want to get back into this broken heart. And you've been building and building and building and building and building, and your focus could stray if there are people in your life that keep on messing with you, your focus could stray, right? Okay. So I feel like money is turning around for you in November. I feel like you have been a little defensive when it comes to money or material possession. You've been fighting for it. You've really tried to like up your game. Like you've been trying to up your game, like, but people keep getting in the way. So you have emotionally detached yourself from situations that keep coming at you because you don't want your focus to be straight anymore. And you do know that with everything that is so confusing and chaotic right now, it's like, come back, Libra. Like, let's get back and settled in. If you're waiting for money to come in, don't block it by being in an Eight of Swords state, right? Because the Nine of Pentacles does want to come in, and I feel like you're going to do it all on your own, and you are fighting for this to happen, but you're going to have to be very discerning about who you let in your circle in November, because not everybody is on the up and up. The confusion is real. The communication and the confusion in the communication is real. See how I'm tongue-tied? And if you don't see it coming, you may have a tendency to go back into feeling diminished again. You want to get to, you want to have this energy shift, right? You want to get to like the King of Pentacles status. You want to feel that safety and security. You want to get there. Yeah. So, this Wheel of Fortune is saying the energy can shift for you. However, if you sit here and you manifest it in an Eight of Swords, Seven of Pentacles, Seven of Wands kind of way where you're being defensive, it won't come to you. If you manifest it where I deserve this, I deserve to have this safety and security, I deserve to have this feeling of being grounded in, and that is what that new cycle is. So all of these offers that are coming in, whether they're big or small, right? These Ace of Cups, Page of Cups offers that are coming in, whether they're big offers or small offers, remember to be very discerning because there's a lot of them. It looks like Libra is very popular in November. The thing is you're not like on top of your game. Like you're not feeling balanced within yourself. So all of these offers are like literally you're like ignoring them because you're either not seeing them or the energy is so confusing that you're really having to be laser focused in one area of your life and not worry about everybody else and their focus of where they want to be, right? So, in conclusion, Libra, I know this was this was like one of those readings where it's like, maybe we should have done a meditation in the beginning. I don't know. Just remember to be true to you. Whatever that means for you, be true to you, because there are a lot of people around you. Fire signs, earth signs, Sagittarius, Pisces, Virgo. I mean, you didn't show up. You're kind of being bombarded by a lot of energies. And it's almost like everybody's asking for you to do things for them. And it's like, you kind of just want to be like, can I live already? You're very popular, very, very popular. Just be super discerning. It's going to be hard to pick apart. So even like towards the end of November, I feel like towards the end of November, things might become a little bit more clear. You do have to take the blindfold off though, and force the, clarity to come. I don't know, man. Very watery energy, very earthy energy. When water and earth comes together, it makes mud. So use your air quality and dry that sticky mess up. Oh, Libra. I love you guys so much. Sorry for the confusing reading, but that's like, seriously, that's how we are right now. So much going on. I do wish you guys a wonderful, wonderful November. If you are a Scorpio Sun sign and you're cross-watching this, there is a birthday special. Also, if you're a Libra, of course you're a Libra watching this, your birthday special is until October 31st. So make sure, because you only have 7 days left, make sure you, if you want to get a reading from me, go to my website, fearlessintuition.net, put in the coupon code BIRTHDAY, BIRTHDAY. You'll get 20% off all of my services. Make sure you do that before October 31st. If you're watching this in November and you're a Libra and you try and get the birthday special, I will refund your money, because there are no cheaters. I'm doing this on the honor system. Let's be real. No cheaters. If you're a Scorpio, your readings, if you're cross-watching as a Scorpio, your readings are 20% off, or all the services are 20% off as well, using the same code BIRTHDAY. Okay? I love you guys. Have a wonderful November. I will see you for your November soulmate readings, soulmate love readings. Bye.